these ribs started, I'm going to show you my rub blend here. We have some brown sugar, ground oregano, kosher salt, some ground black pepper, garlic powder. There on top of the garlic powder, you're going to see a little bit of cayenne pepper, and we have some paprika. A little heavy on the paprika side. For one thing, you're not only going to get the flavor, but it provides the color that you see on a lot of people's ribs, especially when they smoke them and stuff. A lot of the color comes from paprika. So we're going to give this a mix, get it all good and blend it together, and get ready to rub down our ribs. You want to make sure you've got everything mixed really, really well. Okay, so we're using baby backs today, and I'm only going to do a couple of racks. Normally, if I'm feeding my whole crew, I will do about 3, but I'm not doing that today. There's not a lot of trim work that needs to go on these, on this rack anyway. But you want to make sure you're getting rid of this silver skin. Some people do, some people don't. If you don't, you could be left with a tough bite. But it's just your preference. When you're going to pull it off, make sure you're using like a butter knife or a spoon. If you use a sharp knife, it's likely going to cut through the skin instead of just lifting it up. So you want to get you a good little start. Y'all ignore the noise my ice maker is making in the back. I can't talk today very well, evidently. You want to get you some paper towels. Grab the edge you've got lifted up. Sometimes you'll get a good clean pull first time. Other times it might take more than once. Okay, so we're going to move to the second rack. See if we can get in here under the skin. See what we can get a hold of. Looky there. Get rid of all this junk. Now, these didn't require much trimming. That's a first in a while. But anyway, here we go with our rub. I'm going to start on the back side first. One tip is you don't want to let, if it's a very salty type rub, you don't want to let it hang out on your ribs for probably over an hour before you smoke or cook them, because it will pull the moisture out and dry them out somewhat. So I don't like to eat dry ribs. Let's get the tops of these things rubbed down. Should have put it in my shaker, but I didn't mess with it today. I'm also going to still be using my Instant Pot for my slow cooker. You've got one kitchen appliance that can work more than one way, hey, use it. It cuts down on the amount of cabinet space you lose. So I don't even own a slow cooker anymore. I use my Instant Pot. So anyway, these guys are going to hang out for a while I get the other stuff set up, and we will be back and get them started. Okay, so I've poured about a cup of water into my Instant Pot. I'm going to curl my ribs around. It's going to come out looking somewhat like that. These guys are fixing to hit the slow cooker setting for about 6 hours is what we're going to start with. I'm not even going to open it up and check on them for at least 2. So I want it to stay closed and cooking without any interruption. So here we go. Okay, y'all, let's do a sneak peek on these ribs. Looky there, looking delicious. They've been going for 2 hours and 20 minutes. So we're gonna put the lid back on and cook some more. So there's just one more step. I'm taking just a smidgen of barbecue sauce, because we're not people that really like our ribs sauced, but I want enough to get a little bit of tackiness on them. I'm just slightly brushing them. Just a very, very thin layer. These things look and smell awesome, if I do say so myself. So, get this brushed on. Then I'm going to put them in the oven on broil for about 5 minutes. A high broil. So, here we go. Look at these beautiful ribs. They put a nice crust on them when they broiled. Really tightened it up. I'm going to let them rest for a little bit, and then we are going to slice some of them up and put them on a plate. Alright, I want you to check out this plate. We have some ribs, some of those mashed potatoes. I'll drop a link to the video for those, some corn, and a hot roll. Now, that's some good eating. And while you're out and about in the YouTube world, searching for something to watch, if you like cinematics, be sure and check out Kyle LeVay. He's got some great stuff. Tina Ladybug has some neat stuff. Southern Sandy has some neat stuff. So get on there, show them some love, check them out. Hope you like this video. Hope you comment, you share, you subscribe. We will catch you next time here on Southern Roots.